Derrick Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. It's been a while since we've seen a heavyweight main event. I think the last one was Aspinall versus Blades back in July. Uh, I know a lot of them end up being duds of fights, heavyweight fights, but they produce some of the most insane knockouts. So I think the juice is worth the squeeze. And I am a fan of the heavyweight fights. I know a lot of people aren't. Um, this fight started as dead even odds. Actually, it was basically a pick 'em. Spivak has already swollen up to a minus 170, and I'd love to see Lewis as an underdog. Honestly, that's music to my ears. When a guy with one punch knockout power like that fights like Mike Tyson, just goes out there and looks to end a fight as quick as possible, is an underdog. It's hard to pass up. I will say though, he is 37. He's lost three out of his last four, and all were knockouts. That being said, Sergey Spivak, I think, is great. There's not a lot of young guys on the heavyweight roster, and that's really great to see, like young talent like that. You can really see the progress he's made in a short amount of time too. He's not that hard of a hitter compared to his fellow heavyweights. I'm not saying he has no punching power. He obviously does, but a lot of his KOs come from ground and pound, not really one punch knockouts like Lewis. Spivak is a very good grappler, like his fellow countrymen of Moldova, Ion Kutalaba, Alexander Romanov. He averages four per fight at 63% accuracy. The UFC has kind of been giving Lewis some tough matchups in his last four fights, coming from younger, more up and coming guys rather than fellow, not, I don't want to say journeymen, but veterans might be another way to say it. Um, like he was facing before this losing skid, before this his last four fights, he faced Olenek, Ayur Latifi, Blago Ivanov, JDS, all older guys, which were much better matchups for him. Spivak is a decade younger and has suffocating grappling, and Lewis is always has always struggled with grapplers. He's got a 55 career takedown defense. That being said, all those guys I just named up there, besides JDS is are good grapplers, and he also has a win over um, Curtis from back in 2020, 2021, something like that. Curtis Blades. But Lewis is just always a threat with that punching power. So, like, I don't know if it's a 5 round fight. Do you think it's going to end with a quick Lewis knockout, or, you know, a later on, like a Sergey Spivak TKO or something like that? I don't think it's going to go the distance. At least I hope not. I would like to see a knockout or some of some sort. But oh fuck, fuck. I feel so bad for Derrick Lewis. He's faced Sergey Pavlovich, Tai Tuvasa, Chris Dawkins, Ciro Gane, Curtis Blades in his last five. That is absolutely insane. And he's gone 2-3. Sergey Spivak, Augusto Sakai, okay. That he was 0-4. Greg Hardy, who was 0-3. And I'm talking about just like the fights leading up to them leaving the UFC. He has a loss to Tom Aspinall where he didn't land a strike. And that unanimous decision win to Alessi Olyanyk, that's like a very, I don't know about, that's a weird fight. And yeah, and before that, Jared Vanderat. Like, it's so much different competition that they've faced. You can, I'm like stalling for time. I don't know what to pick here. I'm gonna be honest. Fuck. Is this anywhere? This is in Texas. Derrick Lewis always fucks up in Texas. That's at the UFC Apex. Oh my god. I'll take Derrick Lewis. I don't I'm gonna take Derrick. This is one of the toughest cards to bet on. I'm gonna be honest with everyone. Um, there is some super. I don't think like I think one fight is like massive odd. There's like one fight that's minus 400. I think everything else is like no one is over a minus 200. And I think there's gonna be, if there's a card to bet a shitload of underdogs, I think this might be the one. All right, but I'm done here. Um, that's it. No brainer.